Hi everybody, and welcome to the presentation about teamwork. This presentation today was put together by the Assistant Director Yvette Lancaster of Lower Bay State Road and is narrated by me, Amber Walter, the A Tower Hall Director in Warren Towers. Today we're going to talk to you about the FIRs and RHAs within your halls and how you can work with them and collaborate with them in order to create a really well-rounded residence life experience for our students. So I hope that you get to learn something today and that you utilize this in your position throughout the year. Two additional groups that encompass our neighborhood teams in residence life are the Faculty in Residence and the Resident Hall Association. FIRs and RHA leaders support the efforts of the GNRAs in educating and entertaining the students living in our halls. The focus of their work may be a little different than the GNRAs, but it rounds out the residence life mission of living and learning in our residence. Plus, it helps the GNRAs in meeting the Bureau requirements. Let's give a thumbs up for teamwork and learn what the FIRs and RHA leaders provide for us. Teamwork is the foundation of how the Res Life team informs, supports, and guides our students in residence. It's one of our 5 areas of accountability that we base our GNRA positions upon. Teamwork allows us to work with students in multiple ways at the same time. There may be only one of you, but there are many GNRAs on campus. In-house residence life team members that assist us in our residential education goals are Faculty in Residence and the Resident Hall Association leaders. The next slides will explain who these Res Life partners are, what their roles are in working with residents, and how you can collaborate with them. So students often confuse the FIRs and RHAs from the other residence life staff members or offices. For example, a student may come into the Res Life office and say, "My RHA told me to come to the office to ask about move-out instructions." Or a student could explain that the FIR they think is the hall director or an advisor to a specialty community. It's not the student's fault if they use their own acronyms. It's easy to get confused with everything that we throw at them in one conversation, like go to the Res Life office to find out when the RHA meeting is next week and when the FIR has their weekly open hours. That can get very confusing. Therefore, it's our responsibility to clearly explain who our other in-house Res Life partners are and what they do. Faculty in Residence, or FIRs, are current BU faculty members who go through a series of interviews to get appointed to their position. This process is comprised of completing an application that includes a cover letter of interest, a CV or resume, and a letter of recommendation and support from the dean of their school or college. It's kind of just like you all did when you were applying for the GNRA position. Once qualified candidates are identified, they go through a series of interviews with the residence life staff and students, and then the dean of students. Only the best candidates who demonstrate their commitment to living and educating students in the residence are offered a 3-year position with the possibility of a 3-year extension. The goal is to have a dynamic faculty who enjoy living among college students and teaching them outside the classroom. The overarching goal of the FIR program is to serve as the bridge between academics and student life, and merging the curricular and co-curricular into a residential experience that is interdisciplinary, innovative, and meaningful for students. FIRs serve as role models and guides for students' academics and personal growth. In short, FIRs create an experience where residential students learn to feel comfortable approaching faculty members in a class, at meetings, or even on their walk down Comm Ave. FIRs are eager to meet the GNRAs because they know and have learned that you are the conduit to helping them make these connections with residents in the building and neighborhoods. FIRs want to gather ideas from you, and they can provide interesting, informative, and engaging activities for their office hours and events. The best way to connect your residents to your local FIRs is to bring them to FIR open hours. Sometimes, students are a little timid about going to faculty members' apartments by themselves, so if you can, we encourage you to go with them. All FIRs are required to hold 3 open hours a week where students are welcome to stop by their apartments or attend a weekly activity held in the residence hall. Most often, there are treats and beverages served as a way to break the ice and get students to open up with shared dialogue within the group. FIRs are never happier than when there's a room full of students. So FIRs are also required to hold one building or neighborhood activity each semester. Again, It is in your benefit to make suggestions to your FIR for an event, or even volunteer to help them organize it. As an example, a South Campus staff worked closely with both the FIRs and RHA leaders to put on an event that was interesting to their students. The GNRAs were able to get the community conversation, tag-along, and sometimes a town hall event accomplished due to their efforts. Now that is teamwork. Some of the events range from watching the weekly Game of Thrones, The Bachelor, Monday Night Football, baking with Sergeant's Choice Kitchen, game night, going on a field trip to a movie or play, or bringing a speaker into the hall. No matter the topic, the FIR's focus is always on the students and finding something they can talk with them about. You can help make that happen. The other equally important partner in connecting our students to each other, to the hall or neighborhood, and the university itself is the RHA, or Resident Hall Association. The RHA is also known as the RHC, which is the Resident Hall Council, or BSC, the Brownstone Student Council. The name is determined by the neighborhood population. But all versions of the RHA fall under the campus-wide residential student leadership of the OEC, or the Overarching Executive Council. The OEC provides guidance and funding to the local RHAs as they plan, organize their events and training, and the quality of life dinner. Advising and supporting the OEC and RHAs are the hall and area directors and GRAs. These local residence life leaders meet with RHA regularly to listen to their ideas and ensure the university and residential policies are followed. Just getting the RHAs off the ground is a teamwork effort all in itself. The first Tuesday of each fall semester is the introductory RHA meeting, where students in each hall and neighborhood learn of the leadership opportunities of RHA. Usually, G and RAs talk of the RHA meeting and encourage students to attend to support the program and potentially run for an executive board position. The RHA executive board is made up of president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and a number of other positions that the group may think is important to run a successful RHA. The following Tuesday of the semester are elections for the positions. Interested students need to identify their interest in running with the supervising hall or area director, or the GRA assisting and advising the RHA. Candidates are encouraged to advertise their interest in a position and motivate a group of floor or house members to attend the election night and vote. This is where floor and house representatives are confirmed as voting members of the local RHA and now have influence in how, where, and what the funds are spent on. Additionally, floor reps also advocate for their floor or house on requesting funds for an activity with their respective floor members. It is to each G and RA's advantage to have a floor and house representative. Like engaging with the FIRs, interacting and working with the local RHA leadership builds the unity between the three groups and demonstrates what we are all working towards to make the experience a positive one for our students. This collaboration with RHA has a more formal requirement for attendance and support of the local residents within student leaders. Generally, each G and RA will be required to attend 2 Tuesday night RHA meetings a semester and participate in at least 1 or 2 events per semester. Again, these interactions and events enable you to meet your BU requirements for the semester too. Your supervising hall, area, or assistant director will provide you with specific expectations. Once elected, your RHA executive board and representatives will begin planning events and activities for the next 2 semesters. These activities range between having an occasional coffee shop in the morning to hosting international dinners. They also plan a number of Halloween events such as pumpkin carving, reverse trick-or-treating, or a costume party where you and your residents can all have some fun. In the fall, it could be a Friendsgiving or apple cider and pumpkin donuts. Winter events range from hot chocolate and a movie night to hosting a Super Bowl watch party. In the spring, the RHA attends a quality of life dinner, where administrators from across departments meet with the RHA members and listen to requests residents have from their local residence halls. The RHAs and G/RA collaborations help students feel they are in a home away from home. As G and RAs, you may have more obligations than any other BU student. You're required to live and work in the same environment, and getting away is sometimes a challenge. Moreover, the competing expectations for your academics and your G and RA position can make it difficult to determine how to complete your G and RA and bureau obligations. Therefore, it's important for you to combine your efforts and work in conjunction with the FIRs and RHA members in your neighborhood. The FIRs and RHA like to have students attend their events, and you need to connect with students on a regular basis. So why not do it together? These partnerships can help you balance the multiple demands that you will have as students and as individuals. As you have heard and read multiple times throughout this presentation and other training models, we do things together to lighten the load and make sure that we are covering the bases for students as well as the staff. It's all about teamwork. We hope that you've learned a little bit more about teamwork and collaborating with your FIRs and RHAs. And remember, while there's a lot of things to remember, and this is a big role, we know that you can do this, and we wish you the best on your G and RA journey.